Fisherman Tom and the Magic Fish. Once upon a time, in a remote seaside village there lived an old fisherman Tom and his beloved wife Mary. Tom would go out to sea every day and cast his nets into the water, but most days he would return home with only a few fish. Their small hut was big enough to meet basic needs, but they both dreamed of a better life. One day, while Tom was at sea again, a strange, brightly shining fish was caught in his net. The fish looked so beautiful and unusual that Tom noticed it immediately. Just as he was about to catch the fish suddenly started speaking. "Please let me go, fisherman. I am actually a magic fish. If you release me, I will grant you one wish." Tom was very surprised, but he was a good-hearted man. He decided to release the fish, and the magic fish dived into the depths of the water and disappeared. The next day, the fisherman returned to the same place and cast his nets into the sea again. This time, many fish were filled in their nets. Tom thought that this abundant catch was a blessing from the magic fish he had released, and he returned home happy. But over time, Mary began to want more. "I wish we had a bigger house," he said one day. Thinking that the magic fish could help them, Tom sailed again and called the magic fish. The fish came to the surface and called out to Tom, "What do you want, fisherman?" Tom granted his wife's wish, and the magic fish nodded and dived into the water. The next day, Tom and Mary's formerly small cottage had turned into a large and comfortable home. After a while, Mary wanted even more. "I wish we had a palace and I could live like a queen," she dreamed. Tom went out to sea again and summoned the magic fish. As usual, the fish rose to the surface, listened to Tom's wish, and dived back into the water. The next day, Tom and Mary's house turned into a huge palace. Mary now lived like a queen. But people's wishes are unlimited, and over time, Mary wanted to have magical powers. Tom was hesitant about this last request, but he went fishing anyway and conveyed the wish. But this time, the magic fish was angry and said to Tom, "You people are never satisfied. Everything I give leaves you wanting more. So, I take back everything I gave you." Instantly, Tom and Mary's palace, its beauty, and its riches disappeared. They returned to their little hut again, but this time they were happier and more grateful. They realized that true happiness lies not in the things they have, but in the time they spend together and their love for each other. When Tom and Mary returned to their little cabin, they realized how beautiful their life actually was. Even though they have returned to their old days, their love for each other and the happiness they derive from their simple lives have made them richer than ever. Tom continued to sail every day, but instead of demanding more, he became grateful for everything nature and the sea had to offer. One morning, when Tom set sail, the sun was just rising and the sea was calm and clear. That day, that magic fish was caught in their net again. The fish smiled at Tom and said, "Tom, I am touched by your kindness and gratitude. So, I'm leaving a little gift for you and Mary." The magic fish worked some magic and dropped a sparkling, magical pearl into Tom's boat. This pearl not only had financial value, but it would also remind Tom and Mary of the value of happiness and gratitude every time they looked at it. When Tom returned home, he told Mary what had happened and showed her the pearl. They both appreciated this beautiful gift and put it in their favorite place, on the window of their little hut. Every morning, when the sun hit the pearl, their house was filled with light, reminding them of the lessons the magic fish had taught them. Tom and Mary lived a long and happy life, always filled with love and gratitude for each other and those around them. And when everyone listened to their story, they remembered once again what true wealth means. Children, there is a very important lesson that this fairy tale teaches. Happiness is hidden not in the material things we have, but in the time we spend with our loved ones and the love we feel for them. If we always live with joy and gratitude, we will realize that we have the greatest treasure in our lives. I hope you liked this tale.